there are just a couple of things that I just kind of wanted to point out. And what's interesting is that, I don't know if you noticed, if it's still there, there was a notice on the front of the gate indicating that the property was in violation because trees had fallen down on top of some of the graves. This is open here, and look, it's filled with water.
Right. It's
So
terrible.
That's
It's
a
terrible.
baby girl's remains, and it's flooded with water.
It's really sad, and the problem is I don't think the city has any funding to address this type of issue currently.
Okay, let's walk down here and let me show you that. I'm going to ask you more about that in a second. I just want to.
That was broken off.
Yeah. Do you know, I was doing some research on this and I found a previous article. So this cemetery was owned by the owner and founder A.L. Lewis of the African American Insurance Company back at in the 1800s. In fact, the first grave was buried here in like 1808. So, and it was considered a burial spot for many of the affluent African American members of the community. So to kind of see it in this disrepair is sad.
It's very sad. Very sad.
So of course, for the folks that reached out to us who live and drive by here, you know, and as you know, the school is right there.
Correct.
I mean, you see these tombs.
And then you have the apartment complex.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I want to be careful that we're not disrespectful, because I've been really careful not to try to walk on some of the, just show you over here. We've been trying to track down the family that's in here, but there's no headstone.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh Jesus, have mercy. Now this is sad. This is sacred burial grounds for black people, African American black people, and they are sitting out here like this, just open. Oh my God, this is awful. This is awful. There's no words to express. I didn't even know this was like this. This is a disgrace.
And we got to see how we can get the state involved.
Oh my
and
God.
some funding here locally, and
Oh my God.
working with the legislators, the mayor's office, and
God.
seeing how we can get some additional funding.
Are you kidding me?
I'm going to do something here.
I've never seen
I need to put this on
anything
you,
like
actually. It's like this. I only have two mics here, so. I'm sorry, I'm just doing this to put this.
You know, I majored in anthropology at the University of North Florida. So this touched on a lot of stuff when we talk about indigenous people and the indigenous rights of people and their sacred burial grounds. And for African Americans, where this was a place that we came and buried our own ever since the late 1800s, and to come out here and see it in this kind of disrepair and grave sites just sitting up on top of the land like this, unburied, no marker, I mean, this is disrespectful. There's no other words to put it. There's no way to make this nice. This is just awful. This is disgusting. It's foul. And they need to fix this ASAP. It is a disturbance of our sacred burial grounds for African Americans. And if we can't even respect the dead, how do we expect our young people to respect us in the living? No wonder we have such, I mean, this is just ridiculous. It's awful. I mean, I don't understand this.
Councilwoman Brown, how do you get funding? How do you fix this? And the one that's down there, and all the others that are cracked and broken, and some of them open.
Right. Look at down there.
I don't know. I mean, this is ridiculous. It make you want to cry. I mean, it really is sad. You know, when I spoke with the Public Works Department, they're currently trying to do an assessment at another cemetery to get an assessment of how much it would actually cost. You know, the site was abandoned a while ago, so the city of Jacksonville currently maintains the site, lawn care, weed eating, trash pickup, but the issue has never been addressed on the actual maintenance of the grave sites and tombstones and replacing those things. So that is something that we need to focus on, because it's really important. I mean, like you said, it's African American history. Since 1800, you have some people who've been here that have been living in this community forever. And so to ride by and to see it as a disgrace, and especially you have kids that are walking through the neighborhoods, you have apartment complexes that are in the site. And so we have to do better as the city of Jacksonville. We really do.
I know that funding is an issue, but for those who say that this cemetery has been like this for years, and they hear you say, okay, funding's a problem, but we'll get it fixed. What is the solution? What's the timeline? What can you do now?
Well, I can tell you that the Public Works Department is currently evaluating the Pinehurst site to see what it will cost for replacement of grave sites, tombstones. And so from that particular point, we can get an evaluation of what it will cost for us to get fixed. Also trying to work with the state legislators and also see if we can get any local funding. We have a budget currently coming up this year, and so I asked that the constituents reach out to the mayor's office and my office as well to see can we appropriate some money in the budget this year to see can we address some of the issues that are currently with these two sites that are taking place right now.
Is that enough for you?
Well, it's not enough for me unless it's done. And it needs to be done like tomorrow, like today, soon. Because this is unacceptable. Let me tell the city of Jacksonville, this is unacceptable. We cannot expect African-American young men who are involved in a lot of the senseless deaths that we are seeing in this city, we cannot ask them to respect life if we, the people, cannot respect our own in death. That's just fundamentally wrong, what I'm seeing here.
Councilwoman, that's a very good point. This is clearly disrespectful, not anyone's fault, but it shows disrespect for those who have passed. This is an issue, though, that's current now, considering the crime that we're seeing all over the city.
Yes, and I think it's very disrespectful. And since I became aware of the issue, I'm going to work real hard to see how I can help. But it takes 10 votes. It takes working with the mayor's office. It takes working with the state legislators. It's a lot of people that's involved with it. And so, you know, we're going to have to rally the community up and to voice their concerns. And so, like I say, the first step that the city is taking currently at this moment is that they're doing an assessment at Pinehurst Cemetery, which will allow us to see how much it would actually cost. Currently in the budget, all we have budget for is to maintain the sites from April to November. And so that includes the lawn care, mowing, weed eating, and trash pickup. But we have never really addressed the grave sites and the tombstones of the African Americans or anyone that are at these cemeteries that have been abandoned to maintain and repair and fix.
But you see something like this that has been here for years. Why not? Why hasn't it been addressed?
I have no idea. I really can't speak for the past, but I'm pretty sure some people have tried. Maybe they haven't tried hard enough. I don't know if it's been funding. You know, I don't know if it's been proposals that have been submitted to the state. But I can tell you that moving forward, I'm going to do my best effort as a district council person to make sure that these issues are addressed.
I'd like to show you one other spot, if you don't mind, over here.
I'm gonna jump out ahead of you, okay?
I don't know what else to
Which one I'm going today?
Oh yeah, you need to see this. You need to limp right on over
Pina,
there.
you going to say something on the microphone? Okay.
I mean, that's really true. We're talking about, I had to say that because we're talking about decreasing the senseless deaths in this city, right? We're asking these young black people to respect life, but we're not even respecting the life of blacks in death.
Wow.
Right.
You know, it's unequal, what we would say, unequal treatment and allocation of funding.
And the point
That's
that
why.
she's making is exactly what I've heard from people who drive around here.
Right.
Recognize the fact that it is about us.
Correct.
Dead and living.
Oh, I totally.
Oh my God.
You know, because
What kind of is it? Britt, get a picture. Yeah, get a
No.
picture.
It's not a grave. Oh, okay. So we found this.
Looks like a sewer.
What is this? What the hell?
And this is a cut through for a lot of people who walk through.
and this is unsafe. This is a very unsafe
And
issue.
we got children next door.
Yes.
So what if a child fell in there out here playing?
And so
You never know he
you know,
was
from
in
my
there.
perspective of this, you know, I spoke with the mayor's office. You know, he's very concerned. I spoke with the public works director, and so I'm going to reach out to him again today and have him come look at this issue. This is a unsafe hazard issue because any child can fall into it.
What's interesting is they did come out and cut the trees between January 27th when there was a notice and now, so I'm not sure how this was missed.
Right.
What is that, Jimmy?
It's a sewer. It's from the county.
Oh, it's a sewage.
Sewer, I guess.
Yeah, gotta be.
But it doesn't look like there's any, careful, it doesn't look
There's
like
no
there's any kind of
connection, but it might be
manhole.
below.
Might be below and then cutting over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to try to get this covered up ASAP.
I mean, look at all over there.
And
It's
that's the one
broken.
over there that's really gross.
It is.
Yeah.
What you mean when you
The
say?
one that where the
The tree.
tree
Let's
opens up.
walk over there if you don't
Okay,
mind, because I'd
yeah.
like to show it to you.
Good.
Oh my God, Jennifer, I want to thank you for coming out here. God knows, on behalf of African Americans in this city.
Well,
I mean,
African American or
seriously.
not, when we get a call,
Yeah, I mean, really.
concern like this, we come out and we investigate it.
But
Right.
it's still
Sometimes
protecting and being a voice for African Americans that have passed and deserve more respect than this. And I want to thank you for this.
Jennifer, you know who you look like.
Golly, this
To
is
be
just
on TV. I'm trying
ridiculous.
to think of her name. You get that a lot? She's be on channel 12.
Huh?
I was trying to think of who Jennifer looks like.
Well, I see her all the time on Channel 4.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that the city
at
is
this.
maintaining. It doesn't look like anybody's been out here and mowed in
Yeah,
a while. I mean, look at
ain't
the
raked up
leaves.
no leaves.
What the problem is that currently in the funding, we only maintain from April to November of every year. So 4 months out of the year, we don't maintain.
Yeah, but this is more than 4 months.
It looks like more than 4 months.
This
With
is
all
four-
the garbage over here. Do you have any idea when they last came out here and cleaned up or mowed?
Well, I can tell you that I will have to get with the Public Works Department and see who they have as the contractor that comes out and who's actually doing the work to see how they're tracking to make sure the work gets done properly.
And if it hasn't been done timely as it's supposed to have been done, will you hold them responsible?
Of course, yes, sir.
You need to actually come over. Travis, careful.
Okay. Where we going? This is scary. Oh, this is creepy, man. This some creepy this morning. Boy, the things I do for black people in this city. Oh my God, I'm out here tracing through a grave site. Oh, Jesus.
Now, I know that the
This is
weather's
sad.
nice today, but boy, when we were out here last week,
Uh-huh.
it is so quiet and peaceful out here. I mean,
Yes.
it's just gorgeous when it's
Yes.
sunny. You
Yeah.
hear the breeze going through the trees. I mean, it's a beautiful
Park.
There are people who are in.
Well, it's considered a
cemetery
park.
business.
People don't realize the cemetery is considered a park.
Yeah.
Jesus, but I mean, Jennifer, it's a cold morning. I'm coming out here dealing with this, seeing this. Oh Lord, don't tell me this is.
Oh no.
Oh no. Wait a minute, come on, it ain't that bad. You can handle it. What the hell? Oh my God, that's disrespectful, Jennifer.
Oh man.
Oh my God, that's disrespectful. Look at that.
Jennifer, I'm getting sick. Just looking at it. I mean, it's
This is making me want to vomit. And I'm a nurse. I am a nurse. I am a trained ER nurse. We work with losing people all the time. Come out here and see this kind of disrespect. My God, you got a tree. You just got this grave just open up like this. My initial response is this is a disgrace. And I know.
was it anything on there to show who actual
I
site?
can't find the tombstone or the grave marker.
Oh my God. It's like my heart racing.
What can you do immediately? I mean, this is going to sit here and fill with water if something isn't done. And
Well-
Pinehurst is one thing, but that suggests to me that that's the priority. How do you make Mount Olive the priority when it comes to funding?
I'm going to have to talk to the city as soon as possible.
That's a
And
general over there.
and
There's a general that
when you
served.
look at it, you see the trees that brought it up. So if we're maintaining trees, you know, we should be able to remove that tree and cover that up. You know, it's really sad, Jennifer, and it really hurts my heart to see this because, you know, when you read about stuff, but when you actually see it, it breaks my heart. It really does. And so, you know, I don't know what to tell the people, the reason why it haven't been done all this time. I couldn't give them a valid reason.
Look at
I
this
don't
one
know.
here.
But you're going to do something.
Yes, ma'am.
Look at over here. This has been more than any 4 months. This is more than 4 months. This is sad.
And that's, you know, if someone's not holding the maintenance contractor or whomever's in charge of responsible, then
Right,
that's a
because
problem.
we supposed to maintain the trees and, you know, the yard care and things of that nature. So it shouldn't look like this in a 3-month period.
Look
It
at
should
this
look a
one
lot
right
better.
here. This is lack of oversight. No oversight.
World War II.
These are World War II veterans out here being treated like this. Look at it. This guy here is a general. Did I just see that? General.
Wow.
In the U.S. Army, World War II,
That's one.
one. It looked
Some
like
people
two.
that have fought
Oh,
for
my
this
God.
country, who have given their lives for this country. And this is how the resting place is. It's not good.
It's not good. It's not good. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable. And we in the African American community here in the North Side, we have got to come together in partnership, like you said, to make sure that we're not vandalizing this property, to make sure that we're holding the city accountable for coming out here. Too many people died for the right to be buried and live in some type of honor and dignity, and this is wrong. This is wrong. There's no other way to say it. It's wrong. I don't know. I mean, this needs to happen like today. They need to get somebody out here today. I mean, this is obviously more than 4 months out the year it's not being maintained. I'm seeing graves on the top of come on, this is ridiculous. This is hurtful. It's hurtful. It's hurtful. It's hurtful. I don't even know what we tell our children today.
So, Mr. Frazier, what is your reaction seeing the condition of this cemetery?
Well, actually, Jennifer, I broke this story when I worked at Channel 4 in 1979. So here it is, almost 40 years later, and I'm still here doing the same story. I think it is altogether fitting and proper that we should be moving to maintain the grave sites of our loved ones, those who passed on before us, our family members, service members who served their families and their countries so well. We must do something different. The argument that it's been this way for a long time is a no-brainer. The question is, what are we going to do about it now? We must remain solution-oriented. If there are state funds, discretionary funds, that can be used, then we need to acquire those funds and have them allocated for the maintenance of Mount Olive Cemetery. At the same time, as a community, we must do more in terms of maintaining this sacred ground, the ground of our ancestors and our families and those who've passed on before us.
How can the community help? What does the community need to do now?
Well, I think there's a need for us to press our elected officials to ensure that the funds that are being utilized for maintenance, whether it's the Public Service Department or the state discretionary funds, to be used properly. That's number one. Number two, I think that we could do something in terms of a community to get out here on a given day and help maintain the property, to maybe pick up some of the paper or some of the trash, or to encourage others not to litter. This is sacred ground, and we should treat it as such.
Are you calling then on members of the community to reach out to their city councilwoman as well as the mayor's office?
I think it's
call-
absolutely necessary to reach out to the city council as well as the mayor's office with regard to the allocation and proper allocation and distribution of funds and services. We must maintain this sacred ground, and the mayor, the city council, should not ignore the north side. This is a serious matter. It means something to us, and we're asking for the mayor to do his part.
Great. Is it Fraser?
Z-I-E-R.
Okay, you'll just
It's
spell
Ben Frazier. I'm with the Northside Coalition of Jacksonville, and it's spelled Frazier, and it's the first black television news anchorman in this town.